Can I get this thing to work? All right, peeps. We got the UFC 305 Dricus du Plessis versus Israel Adesanya full card predictions. Get some people in here real quick. Can wait for 1 second so we get the homies in here. I guess we'll just talk a little bit while I wait. When you go through the card, let me just see the rundown before I start breaking this down again. Should have made a video for it, but I decided not to. I decided to just go live for it. Oh, geez. I can't say that. Sean and Izzy, DDP made them cry with a few words. I didn't even watch the press conference, man. I go back and watch it today, man. It happened while I was, no, it happened last night. I was live streaming, bro. I forgot to watch it. I just saw the clips of it. I don't know why I forgot to watch the press conference. Typically, they're always boring, so I don't ever watch them, but I have to go back and see what DDP said to make him cry. I don't know why I didn't watch that shit, man. Crazy. Crazy. I didn't watch it. I think it took place at 2 a.m. Okay, if it's at 2 a.m., then I was definitely asleep. Definitely asleep. Izzy Glazers in your comments, lol. I responded to one guy, and I'm kind of regretting it because I don't like to feed that. You know what I'm saying? But this one kind of like really made me angry. You know, it really got to me a little bit. I won't lie. Izzy is finna start DDP. He could. I don't think he will, but he could. He could for sure. I don't think he will, but he could. I think the grappling threat would be too much for him. DDP gonna start Izzy? I think so as well. I think he's gonna put a clinic on him. What's good, Kendall? What's up, Zeze? How you been, my man? How you been, Zeze? You been chilling? You been chilling? Been good, bro. That's what I like to hear, man. That's what I like to hear. Wait for a few more people to get in here before I start breaking down this card. I mean, overall, this card isn't like, it's not amazing, right? But it's not anything crazy. Am I wrong? God damn. Anything too crazy. I saw that. Khalil Roundtree versus Pereira for the light heavyweight title is preposterous. I agree. I don't think Khalil Roundtree should get it. It should be Magomed. However, if Magomed is only willing to fight in like Abu Dhabi or something, and Pereira's trying to get back in there and stay active, then you know what? Gotta do what you gotta do. But should Khalil Roundtree get it? No way. No way. I'll make a video about that or something. Probably like tomorrow. Why not Rakic versus Khalil and Magomed versus Pereira? The logical reasoning tells you that's what it should be, Cranium, but it's not going to be that, right? Thoughts on 307 card? Let me look at it real quick. Let me look at it. I know the main event is Pereira in the Roundtree, but let me see what else. It'd be funny if Pereira starts as if Roundtree starts as Pereira. Okay, so we have Pereira Roundtree. It's a good fight, man. Honestly, I'm hyped for it. I ain't gonna lie. I like Khalil Roundtree. I like Pereira. I think it's a good fight on the feet. Just that we have an issue with Roundtree getting the matchup right for the title shot. But Pennington versus Pena, ill. Evloev versus Aljo is nice. I like that matchup. Aldo versus Bautista, I like that as well. I think those are main card worthy fights. Harrison versus Vieira. You know, it's women's fight, but you know what? It's Kayla Harrison, so she could make it boring, but it's still worthy of a main card fight. She's probably our next champion, right? Mahina Rodriguez versus Yasmin Lucinda, ill. Ihor Pateria versus Cesar Almeida. I like Cesar Almeida, but Pateria arguably should be cut. Esparza versus Pennington, ill. Um, the Lindsey Holland, okay. Wonder Boy walking Buckley, don't mind that. That should be on the main card, I think. Wonder Boy Buckley should be on the main card, right? I mean, it's like a 6, right? Like a 6, 7 out of 10 maybe. Magomed got to be doing something wrong behind the scenes, fighting a month after Pereira. Seems Pereira wants to fight sooner, but Magomed doesn't. Yeah, that's what I think. I think Pereira's trying to push for a fight sooner, and Magomed's like, nah, 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 nah. Not even a month. It's 3 weeks after Pereira. Thoughts on my goat Neil Magny fighting next week? Who's even fighting? I forget. Fuck Neil Magny. I like Neil Magny. I like him. Michael Morales. Okay. So Morales is getting a ranked opponent now. He loses. He loses to Michael Morales. He loses to him. But yeah, Magomed either the UFC just hates Ankalaev with a burning passion, or like behind the scenes he's just like, nah, I'm doing this on my own terms, and the UFC's like, well, we're just gonna move on to somebody else if you don't want to fight him now. You know, Peter wants to fight now. You know, Blanchfield versus Namajunas, November with main event. Any hype? No, no hype. Wrong. 4 more fights in the title. What do you mean? We're talking about Ankalaev? All right, well, let's go ahead and get into these full card predictions now. It's been about 7 minutes. Pull these bad boys up. Okay, why is it being weird? There we go. Cool. Get these bad boys up. Oop. I gotta move my chat. Gotta move my chat. No Neil Magny. What do you mean no Neil Magny? I'm confused. You're confusing me, Jay. You're confusing me. I almost called you Jeff. I'm sorry. I'm tired, man. I just had another long work day, bro. It's tough, man. Working these long hours and then trying to live stream afterwards, man. It's a grind. But anyways, no, I meant Neil Magny. My bad. Oh, wait. Yeah, bro. I'm still lost. I'm still lost, Jay. I don't know. You mean Neil Magny has 4 more fights until the title? And then the title? Hey, bro, make a parlay. All right, I'll make a parlay for you real quick. What are the odds on these? I'll make a quick parlay for you. I'll make a quick one. Is there any good odds on these? Damn, people have Tafa over Volta Walker. I might take Walker in that matchup, low key. Tafa's kind of bad. Ooh, I like this one. Oh man, those odds are bad. There's not really any good parlays where you can mix in a good underdog in there. Yeah, I mean, look at these fucking odds you're getting a lot of these. Look at these odds, man. If I was to do a parlay, I probably wouldn't do a parlay for this one because all the odds are kind of bad. I would probably take, dude, do I want to give you Walter Walker in a parlay? It's so risky, but that's like your best odds, honestly. I'll do like Walter Walker. I would toss in Gamrot, even though it's risky. What are the odds on this? I'm tossing in Dricus Plessis. Those are your best odds for a parlay. It's going to be iffy, but I think the best odds for a parlay would be like Dricus, Gamrot, and like Walter Walker for like your best odds on this card. You could throw in like a really big underdog, like Li Jing Liang. I don't see Herbert Burns winning at all, so I wouldn't even bet on him. Tom Nolan. I mean, you could just throw some money on fucking Alex Reyes here because he's such a huge underdog, but I wouldn't do that either. Maybe Jesus Aguilar, throw some money on him. It'd be risky, but you could throw some money on him. Guy's making his UFC debut. I mean, guy making his debut against a guy who's been experienced in the UFC at least a little bit. You know, Always room for upset there. You know what I'm saying? Patty versus Islam, since they booked Khalil versus Alex, no, they're not doing that. You can't justify Patty. The UFC would probably do it though, but I mean, I think Sarukian's sitting right there, and they like Sarukian enough. Maybe not, because Sarukian did punch that guy in the crowd, so we'll see. I don't know. All right, let's get these predictions going. You guys see my screen good? Let me see. I'm gonna make it a bit smaller. Make it one more. There you go. That's perfect. There we go. I'll move it up a little bit so you guys can't see all that bullshit in the thing. But that's good. Jesus, a ball of explosion. Only seen his sick overhand KO. Never heard of kid. This Aguilar kid. He's all right, man. He's just all right. I mean, like he could go out there and beat Stuart Nickel. The Stuart Nickel guy just finishes everybody. You know what I'm saying? Aguilar can be finished, but yeah. Well, actually, we'll just dive right into it then. We'll just dive right into it. We got Stuart Nickel versus Jesus Aguilar. I'm probably going to take Stuart Nickel here. It's at flyweight, and he gets finishes, man. That's really good. You know what I'm saying? A 5-0 guy getting to the UFC, 8-4, not that good, 3-3, 1-1. Like, he's not fighting incredibly experienced opponents at all. And, like, he's not really that active either. But he is 29. I mean, yeah, if I was to do a parlay, Ricks, I might throw Jesus Aguilar in that parlay. It'd be risky, and it probably won't hit. But if you're looking to make the maximum outcome and make some bread, I mean, Aguilar could get this one done. I mean, he's been in the UFC. He's experienced. He lost to Tatsuro Taira, which is a ranked flyweight opponent, which is not even that bad. Honestly, lost to him by submission. But Stuart Nickel seems to be a guy who is, again, not fighting the best of opponents to get into the UFC. Not very active as well. I mean, he was pretty active in between. Like, 10 months ago, up to he fought what? That was 4 months. And then he fought 7 months. Yeah, not that active, bro. Really not that active. 5 months ago. I mean, he fought 5 months in between, so he's active, but he's kind of like moderately active. But he's coming off 5 months, so like he's going to be more active than he's pretty much ever been in the past year and a half, right? Or 3 years, pretty much. Gets KOs, finishes everybody, but he should be KOing these guys because a lot of these guys are fucking 3-3, 1-1. Aguilar has experience. He's not too bad. KOing Shannon Ross is a sick KO by him, but it's Shannon Ross. He's like the chiniest flyweight ever, and you can't have a bad chin at flyweight. Aguilar could win, and it is flyweight, but it is in Australia. Guy gets finishes. I'm going to take Nickel by decision here. I think we'll have a tough fight at least against Aguilar in his debut. I don't think he'll go out there and just smoke him, but I think he might get it done just by being better than Aguilar, who's kind of mid, but not that bad of a fighter, but just not really that good. Moving on. Song Kanan versus Ricky Glenn. Ricky Glenn is dog shit. Let's be real here. Ricky Glenn is completely terrible. When he lost it, was it Jude Dober or Giagos? I think it was Giagos. He looked incredibly slow. Looked abnormally slow. I think the time off that he had in between his Joaquim Silva win and his Giagos fight has did him dirty. He has been incredibly underwhelming. I had hope against him against Christos Giagos, and he got pretty much abused by him. And Giagos is not that great of a UFC fighter. Like, he's almost bottom of the barrel, and Ricky Glenn got smoked by him pretty much. He just couldn't do anything on the feet, couldn't get any takedowns. That's his whole shtick, is getting takedowns. And Song Kanan, granted, isn't that good as well, but I mean, he hurt Ian Gary, found a left hook. Ronda Bedoya was able to go out there and beat him. Kevin Husset, like, he's not really that good, and he's quite simple, right? Song Kanan's a quite simple style, but he has power. And I think he'll find a way to KO Ricky Glenn, who just looks incredibly slow on the feet. Like, he's not really all the way there. I'm taking first round KO from Song Kanan. Could be a big upset here. Maybe Ricky Glenn with his 10 months off has figured himself out again, but I just don't really trust it, right? I don't trust him after watching him lose to Drew Dober, get KO'd, watching him lose to Giagos. Not much confidence in Ricky Glenn right now, I don't think. He's trying to get back into it, but Song Kanan could be that person he could get back in the win column with. I just think that fighting a power puncher when you're not a good striker and you're kind of chinny bodes bad for him. Crazy strat. Khalil beat 3 glory kickboxers in the UFC. Dustin, Gokhan, and Carl. KO'd 2 of them. Kids got talent. That is true. That is true. However, this is Alex Pereira. This is a different kind of glory kickboxer you're talking about. But he could win. Like, there's a I'm not going to rule out a win for Khalil Roundtree at all. I just think that, and he did pop for roids, didn't he? Didn't he pop for some steroids just recently? So he might be a little bit juiced up against Alex Pereira. We'll see. I'm interested in that fight, honestly. This Song Kanan kid's on the verge of being good, but he's just above average for the UFC. Kid's got power, though. He's got power, but he's just very simple and not enough output. You know, there's not much output in Song Kanan. If he could put a pace on somebody, he'd be pretty decent, I think, with his power, but he has no pace at all. He's willing to be backed up, and he's willing to he's willing to take losses. And I don't like that kind of style from Song Kanan. But Ricky Glenn is just disappointing, man. I just can't pick him after he's been chinned twice in a row. He's 35 years old. He's looked like the age has caught up to him. I just don't trust him at all. So Song Kanan it is. Moving on. Tom Nolan versus Alex Reyes. Now, Tom Nolan lost his UFC debut, I believe, against Nicholas Mata. Got KO'd. It was kind of weird. Nicholas Mata is really, really, like, borderline cuttable from the UFC. I think he is cuttable from the UFC. I think he's been cut from the UFC, actually. But this Alex Reyes kid lost to Charlie Campbell 10 months ago. And then before that, he didn't fight for 6 years and he fought Mike Perry. It's pretty clear the UFC is keeping this guy in their pocket to give guys wins, right? So they're trying to give Tom Nolan an easy win. They're trying to guarantee at least one fighter on the card from Australia gets a W, and that's going to be Tom Nolan. Yeah, Alex Reyes is kind of I don't want to call him a can, but I think the UFC is going to treat him like a can. It'd be a really big upset if this does go through, but I can't pick that shit. Yeah, fought Mike Perry 6 years ago, and then took 6 years off, and then fought Charlie Campbell, which he got KO'd by him. And Charlie Campbell, actually, no, Charlie Campbell's good. I forgot. I'm thinking of the wrong guy. I'm thinking of Ontiveros. I'm thinking No. I'm sorry. Charlie Campbell's actually pretty good. I'm thinking of the wrong fucking guy. Charlie Campbell's good. He's good, but it seems like the UFC's trying to feed him to guys that, they want to win. You know what I'm saying? Kid admitted that he took tainted supplements and got rewarded a title shot. You ain't trying if you ain't cheating. True. Kid's got the mentality. All right. I know. Roundtree the cheater. But Charlie Campbell's good. Tom Nolan's not as good as Charlie Campbell, but I think Reyes is just 37 years old. I know. I don't think he really cares that much. I think he's just here for a paycheck type deal. The UFC's treating him like a can. So I'm going to take Tom Nolan KO TKO round 1. Moving on. Jack Jenkins versus Herbert Burns. Now, Herbert Burns has looked incredibly. I feel like he's a quitter. I feel like he just doesn't want to be there sometimes. And when he gets hurt, when the fight gets tough, he's just he's willing to just sit on the ground and just lose. You know what I'm saying? Losing to Bill Algeo from exhaustion. Dude, you're just quitting, right? I know you're tired, but he just laid down and let Bill Algeo win pretty much. And that's just, I can't pick anybody who does that. I know Jack Jenkins lost to Shepe Mariscal, but Shepe Mariscal is pretty decent. He's a hard guy to beat in the UFC. And he hurt his arm. He hurt his arm in that fight. He kind of lost by fluke injury. So it's Jack Jenkins beat Jamal Emmers, who actually isn't that bad at all. Don Chanis, that fight was kind of competitive with the low kicks, but still beat him. Jenkins is good with the low kicks. I think Herbert Burns is going to find a way to quit. I'm going to take Jack Jenkins. Probably round 2 KO. I think once Herbert Burns gasses out, this fight's over. This Ontiveros kid fought at featherweight, but for some reason fought Holland at middleweight. What was kid doing? I think I'm thinking of the wrong guy. I ain't gonna lie. What's with this Mariscal kid? What is his kid logic? Hold on. I'm thinking of Charlie Ontiveros. I'm thinking of this kid instead of Charlie Campbell. I don't know why I thought of this guy instead of Charlie Campbell. Yeah, he's fighting in karate combat now. I don't know why. I don't know how I got him mixed up, bro. He's a fucking he's a lightweight. Steve Garcia. Oh yeah, Steve Garcia. Dude, I'm getting my names mixed up, bro. Today, I'm lacking. I'm lacking. But I'm thinking Jack Jenkins. I think Burns will gas out, and it's just pretty much a done deal. It's a wrap from there. This Mariscal kid looks like Cejudo's older brother. Bro works in the same pace. He does. Moving on, Luana Santos. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Luana Santos versus Casey O'Neill. People are picking Luana Santos here? Really? I didn't like her fight versus Maria Agapova. No, against Stephanie Egger. I didn't like that fight. Sam Miller's trash. Maria Agapova's ass. Dude, I think I'm gonna take Casey O'Neill here. I think she's gonna put a pace on Luana Santos. Here's the deal with Luana Santos. I felt like when she fought Stephanie Egger, who isn't a bad women's fighter by any means, but I just felt it just felt like she was just edging those rounds out. I don't know. I'm trying to remember the fight exactly, but maybe she could take down Casey O'Neill. But I think Casey O'Neill has that toughness to her. You know what I'm saying? And I think that goes a long way in women's fights. And I don't think Luana Santos has fought anybody that is as tough as Casey O'Neill. I like Casey O'Neill. She's not that good. I mean, again, split decision versus Roxanne Modafferi 2 years ago, but that was when she was 24. You know, she just turned 24. She beat Shevchenko, the sister Shevchenko, not the good one. There's not really any good wins. Lost to Jennifer Maia, but she was in that fight the entire time. When she fought Jennifer Maia, she didn't quit. She was still pressuring forward the entire time. She was losing, but I think Jennifer Maia is really good on the back foot and good with her boxing. And I don't think Luana Santos is on that Jennifer Maia level. I'm taking Casey O'Neill in the upset here. I think she is. I think her toughness will carry her through this win against Luana Santos. I think she'll just outmuscle her. And she's young and she's still new to the UFC. She has been active, but Maria Agapova doesn't convince me she could beat Casey O'Neill. Stephanie Egger, that fight was boring. Gianna Miller is trash. I don't know how she won tough. It's fucking stupid. Casey O'Neill wins. Moving on. The Santos kid kind of cute. Both are mid fighters. Agapova was a strung out crack addict who lost all her money gambling. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. Moving on. Josh Kalibau versus Ricardo Ramos. Okay, I'm thinking of the right guy. So Ricardo Ramos has a problem. And this problem is really bad when he's fighting a guy like Josh Kalibau. Josh Kalibau is a cardio demon. And Ricardo Ramos is a leave it all out there in the first round kind of fighter. Going to do spinning elbows, spinning wheel kicks, do a bunch of really fast whipping techniques, powerful techniques, and which is exciting and it's fun to watch. But when you're fighting Josh Kalibau, he just beats the Ricardo Ramoses. He beats these guys who are power punchers in the first round. Kalibau, I think this is going to be kind of an easy win for him for the most part. I mean, he was losing to Melsa Bagdasarian until he got a crazy rear naked choke when he fell on his ass. That was luck. He should be on a 3-fight losing streak. Lost to Danny Silva, who's pretty decent. Laurent Murphy, pretty decent. Like, the way to beat Josh Kalibau is by slowing down the fight and just going, kind of trying to out-technical him, right? Like, the only way to beat Josh Kalibau is trying to out-technical him. And Ricardo Ramos, if you're going out there and you're trying to do all these spinning elbows, spinning wheel kicks, and all this super spinning attacks where it drains your energy and you gas out faster, I'm just worried about a second, third round versus Kalibau when he's going to be fresh. This guy he used to be fat, lost a bunch of weight. His cardio's good. Sorry, not much power in Josh Kalibau, but I think he takes this one easily over Ricardo Ramos. I don't like Ricardo Ramos at all in this matchup. Could Ramos go out there and land a spinning wheel kick and KO Josh Kalibau? For sure, but Josh Kalibau usually makes good work of these guys with this kind of style. This Ramos kid fumbles finishes, and you gotta realize farmer fat kids that lose weight have insane cardio. They had to work that shit off. True. That is true. I'm taking Josh Kleba. Moving on up the card. Junior Tafa versus Walter Walker. People are picking Tafa by KO. Okay, sorry, I had the hiccups. Hot take. Lucas Bursky is better than Junior Tafa. Walter Walker can grapple. Tafa can't do anything when he gets put on bottom. Walter Walker wins. Ground and pound round 1. Here's the thing. Walter Walker looked disappointing against Lucas Bursky, but Lucas Bursky has some muscle on him, right? He isn't just a total fat heavyweight, right? Am I thinking of the right guy? I'm thinking of the right guy. Yeah, like look at, I mean, he's a little bit of fat to him, but like he's not just obese guy, right? And Walter and Junior Tafa, like when he fought DeLima, got leg kicked. I think he had taken down that matchup. Usman was taking him down quite consistently, holding him down at moments. On the feet, it was different for him, but beating Parker Porter, big whoop. Parker Porter, cut from the UFC. I think we're going to see Walter Walker go out there and just find a way to topple over Junior Tafa. And once he gets him down, I think it's over for Tafa. I don't think he has any good get-ups. I think he's too big to get up on his feet. I think Walter Walker, even though he did disappoint against Lucas Bursky, he's only 26. He has time to improve. It's his UFC debut. There's nerves there. Bursky's a different kind of heavyweight. You have to find a way to be more technical against Lucas Bursky. And Bursky isn't good at all, but he can give people issues. You know what I'm saying? And when it's your UFC debut, I'll let this one slide. I'll let this one time slide for Walter Walker. I think Tafa has power, and maybe he could go out there and KO Walter Walker, but I think the grappling game is going to be his advantage. I'm taking Walter Walker. This Walter Walker kid is even related to Johnny Boy. I don't even know. Like, I heard that he was related to Johnny Walker, but then I heard that he isn't. I have no idea. I think he is related to him, though. I'm taking Walter Walker. I think he'll find a way to beat this Junior Tafa kid. Moving on. Li Jingliang versus Carlos Prates. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, I believe Li Jingliang had like this really bad spinal surgery. Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure Li Jingliang had something really like go bad and he had to get surgery and he was out for a while from it. I forget exactly what it was, but he's been out for almost 2 years now. Lost to D-Rod, which I think he arguably won that fight, right? I think he beat D-Rod, but he was robbed. Muslim Salikov, okay, which might not age that bad. It got pretty badly smacked around by Chimaev. It is what it is. Carlos Prates is wild. He has good striking for the most part. Li Jingliang is simple, but he's powerful. Not much like a lot of hooks. Like Li Jingliang's best strike is like a counter hook or like it's pretty much a counter hook. A check hook is what I'm trying to say here. A check hook is his best shot. And he could catch Prates with that, but I'm just worried about him having all this time off. I'm pretty sure he went through a pretty tough surgery, which put him out for a long time. That's why he's been out for 2 years. Prates is young. He's hungry. I mean, Kevin Charles Radke, not that. I mean, actually a pretty decent win. Trevin Giles, pretty decent win there. All by KO. Like, I don't think he'll KO Li Jingliang, but I think he'll outclass him. This Prates kid has shades of Silva, but unfortunately for Sonny, he's susceptible to left hooks, which the Leech specializes. And I agree. Like, these hooks are what Li Jingliang beats people with. But I don't know. He's been out for so fucking long, and he had I think life-changing surgery. I don't trust it. I think we're going to see him go out there and possibly avoid the shots of Li Jingliang, because hooks are easy to not easy to dodge, but they're easier to deal with than straight shots, right? If someone's using a 1-2 on you versus like a left hook, right hook, you can time hooks better, right? You can see hooks coming better. I'm going to take Carlos Prates. I think he won't get caught by Li Jingliang. He's also 36 years old, Li Jingliang is, so I am worried about his age as well with all this time off. It might come back to bite him. Moving on. Tai Tuivasa versus Jairzinho Rosenstrike. All right, man. All right. All right, Tui. All right, Ty. This is your last chance, bro. And you know what? This is your last chance. And you know what? Cyril Gahn, better striker than you. It is what it is. Sergey Pavlovich, more powerful than you. Long reach. It is what it is. Volkov grappled you up. Grappled you up. Long, rangy as well. Hard to deal with on the feet. Tybura grappled you up. Rosenstrike, I don't think is any of those. Shamil Gaziev, whatever. He's ass. Gelatin Almeida, get out grappled. Beat Chris Dawkins, he's dog shit. Lost to Volkov in an early stoppage. Curtis Blades grapple. Well, here's the thing. Rosenstrike won't grapple to Ivasa. It's going to be on the feet. And the thing about Rosenstrike is that his chin is up in the air sometimes. Whenever Rosenstrike is backing up, his chin's up in the air, and Tuivasa is not afraid to step through punches and just go forward and land big blows. I'm putting it all on the line on Tai Tuivasa here. I need him to get a win. He's on a 4-fight losing streak. This could be it for Tai Tuivasa. He might just get fucking cut if he loses. I can't bear to witness that. I probably should pick Rosenstrike to, at least if I am sad if Tuivasa loses, at least I can cope with my pick being right. But I'm going to go all in on Tuivasa to get this one done. This Rosenstrike kid, he should have fought Lewis in a Fight Night main event. No, fuck that main event. It would have been boring. They would have understacked it and had nobody on the card besides those two. Fuck that. Fuck all that. I think Tai Tuivasa can get this one done. I'm gonna believe in him, right? Rosenstrike's chin is up there in the air. It's able to be hit whenever he's being backed up, right? Shamil Gaziev didn't do anything. He was just mouth breathing on him the entire time. I'm taking Tai Tuivasa. I trust him. I'm trusting him this one time. I'm trusting him just this one time. Not much logic behind that. I'm just trusting Tai Tuivasa. That's all I have to say. Moving on. Mateus Gamrot versus Dan Hooker. Here's the thing, Dan Hooker. Maybe you might be different now. Maybe you got some tattoos on your body. You're more Gangnam now. You're more of the boys now, Dan Hooker. You're more in the hood. But, Dan Hooker, I do think you have an issue fighting chain wrestlers. And I don't think you're powerful enough on the feet to get it done versus Gamrot. You've looked slow. You survived Jalen Turner, which was nice. You survived him, and you won. Claudio Plessis was a free win for you. Allen, you moved down to featherweight, and know what that happens, you get smoked. Islam Makhachev, no, he's a UFC champion at a bad loss. Nasrat Haqparast, again, bottom feeder level, man. Kind of bottom feeder level. Hey, what's up, GMX? Hooker, what a looker. Got him up, bleached up. I'm taking Gamrot. I think he's just going to chain wrestle. I don't think Hooker has the power to chin him. I think the only way you beat Gamrot is if you're a superior grappler than him, which is rarely anybody. And if you're not a better grappler than him, then you have to find a way to chin him because he is chinnable. And maybe we might see Dan Hooker land one good shot on Mateus Gamrot that drops him, but I don't think it finishes him. He has good recovery time. He's kind of like a Colby Covington almost. And I think we're going to see Mateus Gamrot make it boring. Just chain wrestle, man. Just chain wrestle Dan Hooker and just fucking make it boring and win. You know what I'm saying? How's your cat, Kendall? They're good. They're good. They're both chilling now. Like I said before, my one cat, Naomi, she was constipated. And she took a shit and she was all good. She was chilling. So she's fine now. Mateus Gamrot wins by chain wrestling. Dan Hooker might have a chance to put him down because Gamrot's chin can be suspect at times, but his recovery is good. I think if Gamrot ever gets dropped, I think he'll recover fine. I think he'll find ways to take down Dan Hooker. I think he'll fail the first couple attempts, but I think as he gets him against the cage, he'll find ways to get down Dan Hooker and win. Yeah, I remember you told us last Saturday. Yeah, she's all good now. Everything's chilling. It's been a long work week for me, man. It's been a long work week, but she's all good. Everything's all good. Thank God. Moving on. Kai Kara-France versus Steve Erceg. I'm going to spoil it already. I'm taking Steve Erceg by decision. Kai Kara-France doesn't do enough for me, right? Like, he arguably was robbed against Amir Albazi. But if I'm being honest with you, that, like, if Kai Kara France did more in that fight, it wouldn't have been a robbery. He would have won decision unanimous. He just didn't do enough to win the fight. And I don't feel like he just knows how to just when it's the last like 2 minutes of a round, just grit down and try to win that round, or like the last 30 seconds or the last minute when the round's super close and it can go to either fighter. Kai Kara France is just content on just throwing a couple strikes around, making it boring, slowing it down. And I think when you're fighting Steve Erceg, who has that sense of urgency, who's willing to push the last minute to win that round and just overall push himself to win. And he beat Pantoja, by the way. Let's be real here. Steve Erceg is the flyweight champion of the world. I hate to say it, but he's the flyweight champion of the world. He beat Pantoja. And he's good. Like, he has good striking. He has good head movement. He has good footwork. And Kai Kara France is good as well. Don't get me wrong. But I think his output's going to cause him to lose against Steve Erceg. If Kai Kara France had more output, I would probably take him to beat Steve Erceg, or I think this fight would be a lot closer. But there's not much output from Kai Kara France to convince me that he could beat Steve Erceg. It just worries me. Erceg's first title defense, I agree. This Steve kid hung with the champion for 5 rounds and won on the feet. True. Erceg kid, so good. He beat Steve. Yeah. I don't know. I'm taking Steve Erceg, man. I think his striking is really good. I think he came into the UFC and he's looked really good. I think he is the uncrowned champion right now. I think he did beat Pantoja. And I think when it comes to style matchups between him and Kai Kara France, don't blink. I mean, you have plenty of time to blink in between his striking exchanges because he just doesn't throw that many punches. I think Steve Erceg is going to go out there and just kind of outpoint him. I think we're going to see Kai Kara France land like one shot compared to Steve Erceg's just like 3 or 4, right? I think we're going to see a lot of body shots from Steve Erceg, a lot of hooks to the body, coming upstairs. I think we'll just find ways to just really outbox Kai Kara France, who doesn't have that big of an output. Steve Erceg gets this one done. Am I wrong? Anybody disagree with me? Kendall got 5 baby mama because he tripping picking Erceg over cringe Kara France. I'm tripping picking Erceg. Is that a bad pick? Is that what you're saying, Cranium? If you disagree with me, whatever. You don't have to disagree with me, bro. I'm taking Erceg. Moving on. Main event. I did a whole video on this. Go check that video out. People hate me for that video. It is what it is. Kai Kara France gonna drop kid? Nah, he's chilling. I did a whole video on this. I won't go too in depth with it. I'll just give you the cliff notes of the video that I had where I talked about it. Dricus du Plessis versus Israel Adesanya. Now, I'll say this. The odds are 50-50. That's crazy. Or the picks on Tapology are 50-50, which is insane. But I'll make it clear. Adesanya can win. He can find a counterpunch over on Dricus and put him down. Dricus has been chinned before in KSW, right? I'm saying that now. So don't sit here and be like, you don't think Adesanya can win. I'm saying you that Adesanya can fucking win, right? DDP has been KO'd before in KSW by Roberto Soldic. I know that. I said it in my fucking video. Okay? But here's the deal. Adesanya's been out for about a year now. A little bit under a year. Right? This is the most inactive Adesanya's been in a very long time. He just came off a really humbling loss versus Sean Strickland, where he got pretty much embarrassed throughout 5 rounds. Maybe one round of that fight. What did Sean Strickland do against Israel Adesanya? He pressured him back. He gave him no space. He blocked all of his head kicks, all of his counter punches. He blocked pretty much any offense. Sean Strickland, he let Adesanya go first. That's what he did. And when Adesanya went first and he couldn't counterpunch anybody, Sean Strickland just was there. He was just there to be hit for the most part. That's what happened. That's the fight. And I probably should mention that in my fight breakdown. But that's the whole thing with Dricus du Plessis. He has that same exact style. Now, he might go first more often than what Sean Strickland did. But if you just pressure Adesanya back and let him go first, if you can see what he has coming at you, there's not much to Adesanya, right? with that style, right? Adesanya relies on people coming forward and people making mistakes against him and going first. And when fighters don't do that against Adesanya, he loses, right? Blachowicz, let Adesanya go first. Not much pressure from Blachowicz, but he had enough. Then he grappled with him, right? What will Dricus du Plessis do against Adesanya? He will pressure him backwards. He might go first sometimes. He might not. We'll see how it goes. I think he'll go second. He might go first every now and then, but we'll see. But he also will implement the grappling. And if he implements the grappling, Adesanya just has a really, really tough time finding shots that KO grapplers. He's not really a KO artist. I know his name's the Last Stylebender, and he has some good KOs on his record. I mean, the KO over Alex Pereira was sick. The KO over Derek Brunson was sick. The KO over Paulo Costa was sick. Like, he has some good KOs on his record, but when he fights guys like Vettori, who grapple a lot, when he fights guys like Jared Cannonier, who will grapple with him, when he fought Whitaker a second time, who did grapple with him, it seems like he just is unable to find that perfect counterpunch because I think he is worried about the takedown. And if that's the case with Dricus du Plessis, I think at some point, whenever Dricus goes for a takedown, it's a wrap. I think he wins. Straight up. So I think Dricus du Plessis is going to go... So I think Dricus du Plessis is going to go out here and find a way to pressure Adesanya back, land shots, and grapple when he needs to. And if that's the case, then du Plessis wins. Again, could Adesanya win? For sure, but you know what? I think he doesn't. I'm taking du Plessis decision. The whole video about it if you want to look at it. DDP 445 gonna make him regret taking a title shot off of Oz. Is you gotta go to Roberto Soldier in his ass? True. I'm gonna watch The Room, kid. That's how bad the whooping gonna be. The Room. I didn't watch The Room. Kendall Senior Year has me cooked. What do you mean? Dude, I'm just tired of all these comments, bro. I need to turn off my my YouTube studio for the day, bro. People are stupid, bro. People don't watch my fucking videos. They see the title and thumbnail and are like, fuck this guy. He's not picking Adesanya. He's not picking Adesanya. He's not picking Adesanya. He's not picking Adesanya. Fuck him. Edit this shit. Cuz, put music behind it. Will you edit it for me, bro? If you edit it for me, I will. I don't have it recorded, by the way. Senior year in high school? That's what's up. Oh, okay. So Kendall's senior year has me cooked? Yeah. Okay, so you're saying Kendall. My senior year has me cooked. Yeah, I feel that, bro. Senior year sucks sometimes. Let the kids talk, more viewers. I know. I'm picking easy, but I understand Dricus has a chance. See that? Like, people just don't have a fucking brain like you, GMX, right? Like, you have a brain, man. People just watch people watch the first probably minute of my video, and they go, I don't like that he's picking Dricus to beat Adesanya. You know what I'm saying? That's just how people feel sometimes, bro, and it makes me angry. It's just clickbait. I'm like, well, did you watch my video? You know what I mean? I edit for a line of coke. Emailed to my alt PO box. I bet. Put it in the chat. Izzy by Counter Loves Hook and then Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever is like more of like Usman's thing. He's actually in the fucking movie. He was in Black Panther, wasn't he? I don't know, guys. These are my picks. I'm locking them in, by the way. And if you want to join the Topology group, I will link it in the description, or I'll link it in chat right now. My group. So if you want to compete against me, other people, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people who have submitted their picks besides me in the group. If you want to be in this bitch, just join it, bro. Join it, bro. I'm pinning it. Pinning that shit. If you want to be in this group, join it. Join that group, bro. Block cooking Al Looseman, true. Kendall, I'm fried at work. Kendall, I'm fried. I work from Humper. What the fuck? Kendall, I'm fried. I work from 9 to 10 tomorrow. Then you're working a fucking 11 hour. No, A 13-hour shift, brother, that fucking blows. That blows. Hey, get that money though. Get that bread. Get that bread. Get that bread. Don't let the kids get to you. Let them clown you. That's an hour if work. Bro, that's an hour of work because get better. Damn, 13 hours is a long time to be working, G. I wouldn't want to do that shit. I might have to. In about 2 months, I might be doing 14-hour days at some point. I ain't ready. I ain't ready, G. My hair's a mess. Let me give you content ideas. Toss me some, bro. Toss me some ideas. I got you. I'll listen. Toss me some ideas. What you got for me? What you got for me, brother? My subscribed. My post. No, I can't do that, Cranium. I can't do that. Fucking weirdo. What did Jarzinho do? what points to Jarzinho doing math? What points to that? Well, cuss, smoke a coke, did he? For real? Give me your ideas, GMX. I'm waiting, bro. Come on. Give me your fucking ideas, G. Give me the content ideas, bro. I'm waiting. Well, smuggle coke, the fighters you want to be champion. I could do that. Like as you and Kendall. I could do that. Will that get views? I don't know. If I was a bigger name, then I think people will be drawn to what my opinion is. But since I'm still a small channel, people are just like finding me in their feed and being like, "What's this guy?" You know, type shit. But I might do it. Worst champions in UFC history. Worst champions in UFC history in every division. Now I could do that, but nobody. That's the thing. I don't think many people care about, what's his face, Bisping. You know what I'm saying? I think people care about what's relevant today. I could do worst champions now. That'd be clickbait. Now they treat small YouTubers like cattle. Like, why does Ka have an opinion? Okay, bro. No one under 10K subs allowed to have a slightly controversial opinion. Yeah, I know. Here's what it is, bro. They're giving me views. They're giving me money. So they can sit here and they can fucking sit on my video all day, dislike it, and fucking flag it. I don't care because there's nothing to flag in that video. But if they want to keep doing that shit and give me some more money and watch my ads, fine. I'll take. Listen, for every comment on that fucking video is a fucking view, and a view is fucking money. So they can. Fuck. Dislike ratio? I'll tell you right now, it's like 50%. It's like 50%, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. 53.8%. Top 5 fighters that would beat John Jones right now? I could do that video. I probably plan on doing that video once fight week comes around. Sometime around fight week, whenever John Jones fights again in the future, I'll probably do that video. Yeah. It has almost 1K views, 28 likes. So that means there's like 26 dislikes. Shit crazy, cuz. People just, like, I think it's funny because people just don't like, it's almost like if you have any negative opinion about a fighter, it's like your opinion's invalid to some people. It's really weird, right? Like if you're real with somebody about like a fighter, It's like, well, you're not a UFC fighter. You don't fight for a living. So how the fuck, like, you can't criticize them. And like, that logic really, really is dumb to me. You know what I'm trying to say? You can't criticize anybody because they do something you don't do, right? That's like saying you can't criticize any CEO of a big company. Listen, from now on, you can never criticize Jeff Bezos because guess what you are? You aren't a CEO. You don't know what Jeff Bezos does. You can't criticize him. You can't criticize Trump. You can't criticize Biden because you're not a president. You don't do what they do, right? That's kind of how it feels like, man. Make a vid about how Claire Roundtree getting the chances in asinine. I will. I'll do a video on that for sure. GMX. I'll do a video on that for sure. Grifter eyes. Yeah, no. You can't criticize or dislike a movie because you never made one. Yeah. It's like I can't criticize a fighter in any sort of way because I'm not a fighter myself. So it's like then no one can say anything about anybody. Like if you don't do what they do, then you can't say anything about anybody. You can't criticize a president because guess what? You're not the damn president or you've never been a president. Right? That logic, it doesn't sit well with me. Fighters with most aura in every division. I've done like 3. That'll be my 3rd aura video. I can do that as well, man. I'll do that video. I should be on content idea duty. I basically run the channel. Okay, brother. Yeah, just keep DMing me fucking Google Docs of all your content ideas, and I'll just keep fucking making videos on it. What? It's sports, so it's different, Heda. You gotta make a movie for me. I don't care what type shit. Hold on. What? What? It's sports, so it's different, Hedas. You go make a movie for me. I don't care what type of shit it is. Let's see how good it is. Fighters you could be in the swim relay. I mean, Khalil Roundtree. We got Adesanya. Um, I couldn't beat probably. I don't know. I'm trying to think of other fighters, bro. Neil Magny. I would beat in a swim relay. Probably Jeff Neal as well. I'd probably lose to Ramos Jr. We're getting a bit too iffy now. We need to calm down. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, peeps. Jamal Hill, Jarzinho, Lewis, Jeff, Holland, Buckley. Well, I don't know about Jarzinho. He might qualify. You know what I'm saying? Because from South America. Sorry, not Africa. Yeah, Holland, Buckley. I got Derek Lewis for sure. Jamal Hill for sure as well. Kendall, don't think I forgot it's your girl's birthday tomorrow. No UFC for you, buddy. Now I'm watching UFC. It's early tomorrow, right? It's in. What time does it start? Oh, it's at 10 p.m. What the fuck? I thought it was gonna start early. Oh man, I thought it was gonna start early. No. UFC fighters who have the most baby mamas. What would that even be? We're different time zones, lol. Dude, I thought it was gonna start early tomorrow because it's in Australia, but it's not. Nah, it's just in Sunday for the live crowd. Wait, what? No, it's just on Sunday for the live crowd, same time. Yeah, I mean it's wait. It's Sunday for Australians, but it's still gonna be Saturday for us. Do you see Izzy dancing with Urseg? No. Ew, I don't want to watch it. I ain't watching that bullshit. Fuck all that, man. Fuck all that, man. I'm Brazilian now. Fuck all that, man. Fuck all that, man. Fuck all that, man. Hey, y'all see did y'all see what's his face? Craig Jones kissed that girl, Gabby Garcia. He kissed her during the face off. It was funny. It's assault, brother, but it was funny. UFC fighters who could compete in other sports. Well, I mean, like, you could just say, like, wrestling for them all, right? You just say wrestling type shit, you know? Oh, UFC fighters compete in other sports? They hated kickboxing. You compete in glory. Show me the money, huh? Show me the money, huh? Show me the money, huh? That aren't combat sports, yeah. I don't even know. I feel like they're all unathletic when it comes to actual sports. Yeah. We could do Adesanya Olympic breakdancing. Olympic breakdancing for Adesanya. Um, Conor McGregor, basketball. He could fucking smoke though, because he cannot shoot a basketball to save his fucking life. Did you all see his fucking form shooting the basketball? I think it was horrible. I don't even know what else you could even put. Chandler, McKell, Buckley, Randy. For what? For what sport? Show me the money, yeah. You could put Chandler at fullback, something in NFL type shit. Mike Tyson, the Mike Tyson, the worst basketball player in his prime. Okay, what is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean, Courtney? The worst basketball player in his prime? What is that supposed to mean? I don't know, boys. All right, guys, it's been about an hour. Yeah. Me later tonight. Guru's last video sounds like Dricus destroyed his esophagus. Tyson had an awful jumper. But I feel like most combat sports athletes, like boxers, like MMA fighters, just don't have a fucking form when it comes to throwing a football or shooting a basketball. Bro did tricks on it for real. Don't leave him. Okay, now I'm leaving. All right, boys. GMX ruined it for you guys. I'm out of here. Jeez. I'll see y'all tomorrow, by the way. I'll be live. 8 o'clock sharp. 8 o'clock sharp. I can still see it, GMX. You can't fucking hide that shit, bro. You can retract it all you want. I can still fucking see that shit. I can still see it. I can still see it, bro. It's too late. It's too late. You've been caught. Motherfucker, you were leaving anyway. You were caught. I was gonna stay for like maybe a couple more minutes, bro, but you just fucking ruined it. you fucked the whole thing up. You ruined it for Cranium. Because it's only you and him in the chat right now, so whatever. I'll be live tomorrow, man. I'll be live tomorrow, bro. I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all later. I'll see you, GMX. Thank you for hopping in here, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you, Cranium. Thank you. Nah, fuck that guy. Thank you, Jay. I know he was in here at one point. Who else was in here? That was it, bro. It was only Rick's as well. Hope I gave you a good parlay and you enjoyed my advice to you. Jackie Brown's a good movie. True. Watch The Rundown. The Rundown. But I'm out here, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow, bro. See y'all tomorrow. See you tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it. Oh, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.